What's up, Nintendo Gamers? The Kid here with another Hyrule Warriors update. So guys, this update will mostly be speculation, but the only news there is that the official name for Hyrule Warriors in the US and Europe is actually Hyrule Warriors. That's it. Here's the official logo, as you guys can see. Also, one more change is Shia's name. In Europe and US, it is Sia instead of Shia. In Japan, it is Shia. So guys, with that, let's begin the speculation. Wow, you're gonna be surprised at this. So guys, mass speculation right now. If you look at this artwork, official artwork, what do you see? A giant floating island that looks like Skyloft from The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, does it not? It even, if we zoom in right here, has the statue, the Hylia statue from Skyloft from The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. So here's a comparison picture of Skyloft, which you can see the giant statue, and here it is. So a lot of speculating what's going on. Is it rising up or is it falling down from the sky? Now, we all know that in Skyward Sword, spoiler alert, so just, if you don't want to be spoiled, just skip a few minutes, that at the end of Skyward Sword, the Hylia statue went down, the whole kind of island of it went back down to the ground, right in that area where you kept fighting the imprisoned. So I think it's actually rising up. I think this is a prequel, or at least going to be a prequel of Skyward Sword, but they're going to change it up to make it canon, at least, or maybe not. Maybe this is just something that's going to be non-canon, and or what I theorize is that maybe with spin-off games, Nintendo are going to kind of make an alternate parallel timeline that's in parallel to all of the games as a whole, that has really nothing much to do with the other three timelines, but run in parallel to them, more like what if stories and stuff instead of being actual canon. I think that would be a good idea. That way, you can have more great spin-off games of Zelda without them interfering with the mainline games or the three main timelines that actually connect to one another at one point or another. So that's what I think. Now, we all know that there was a manga of Skyward Sword, like a prequel to it, and it even had a Link with a red scarf, and I believe he was actually still a soldier in that too, like in Hyrule Warriors. Link is a soldier in this, and there was a great war. Now, I'm not going to pretend I know all the details on it, but if you guys want to read about that, I'll have a link in the description where you guys can read all you want about that and get a heads up. But I really think that maybe this is that story translated into a game. It was said that there was a war and Link was in it, and Link actually died at the end. I believe he was sealing demise, and he died in the process. I don't know all the details, like I said. But the only thing, there are contradictions, is that Hylia was in there and there was no Princess Zelda. And from what I know, there was also no Hyrule. So I think this is kind of like a retelling of that story, but it has a different take on it, a completely different take, and adds a lot of liberties to it. So it's kind of loosely based on that. But also highly based on it at the same time. But this is definitely, I no doubt in my mind, this has to be Skyloft. And even you might see those maybe loft wings in the air and stuff flying above, and you even see the clouds this electricity and maybe fire and stuff penetrating the clouds. Now, if you pay attention to Skyward Sword, you would know that with the Skyloft is high in the air. It's not, in space or anything. But when it comes to evil things, if they try to go up there, they'll just be lost in an endless sea of clouds, and they wouldn't be able to reach Skyloft, because that's basically magic protecting the whole island of Skyloft, so that evil will not be able to come up and, you know, come to Skyloft and cause absolute havoc on it. That was actually done by Hylia, I believe. So that could be kind of what's going on here, is that magic is being used to completely seal the island from any evil from ever finding it, and the clouds are actually kind of like a magical barrier in a sense. So I definitely think that this is going to be some type of non-canon prequel to Skyward Sword, and that's great by me. That really gets me interested in the game way more than I expected. Again, this game is really surprising me, because it's great. It's just, everything's looking great. The game looks great, the screens, the characters so far, and everything. The only thing that kind of puts me off is that it's a Dynasty Warriors type game. Like I've said, I repeat this a lot, that a lot of people say it's repetitive, and it has to be a game that you know, like it. And not everybody's gonna like it, because it gets repetitive in the combat and stuff. But it seems that they're kind of changing it up. You know, Team Ninja is on the job. They're great with combat systems, animations, and all that stuff. I would say the only one who rivals Team Ninja is actually Platinum Games when it comes to action-packed games and combat systems. I think Platinum Games has them rivaled at that. So what are your speculations, guys? If this is true, maybe Demise will actually be in the game, which I'll be so excited to see him, and hopefully, please God, let us play as him. And if this is true, even in Skyward Sword, as it's telling the prologue of Skyward Sword in the beginning, Girahim is actually there. So maybe Girahim will be in here, or make an appearance, or maybe a playable appearance, or just a cameo. That would be nice. I can't wait to see what this game holds as far as story. It looks way deeper than it's been putting off with Sia and Zelda. The whole jealousy thing, it looks way more complex than that. So I'm really excited. We also have some more artwork of this volcanic area right here, as you guys can see. I think maybe this is Death Mountain, and maybe we'll see some Gorons on Death Mountain, maybe as playable. Maybe we'll see some familiar characters, or maybe some new characters in general. And hopefully we can play as them. I would always love to be a Goron and, you know, roll across a bunch of bad guys and attack them, and, you know, all that stuff. So guys, tell me what you think in the comments below about this speculation. What do you guys think is happening here? Do you think this is going to be a canon as far as what happened before Skyloft and the events of Skyward Sword, or do you think this will be non-canon and just kind of just a spin-off game with no ties to the other series? Or do you think or believe in my theory that this is kind of like a parallel timeline that Nintendo may make for the Legend of Zelda spin-off games, making pretty much a fourth timeline that doesn't directly tie into the other three timelines, but actually just kind of alters what happens in them? Tell me all that in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more Hyrule Warriors updates and speculation, and also updates on other upcoming Nintendo games. And also favorite this video. And check out the playlist for my Hyrule Warriors updates, which I'll have a link in the description. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next update.